タブがおかしくなってるな、これ。あ、これか。
Hope I never have to use it, but something tells me I will.
あれどうするんだっけ。そうか。
Never trust a tourist advertisement. Never trust a tourist advertisement.
Now get out!
At last, Mr. Charles Reed. What a pleasure to finally meet you in the flesh.
Nice to meet you.
Johannes van der Berg, at your service. I did promise to meet you the moment you arrived.
Ah, much obliged, Mr. Vanderberg. I guess I didn't expect you to mean so literally.
Please call me Johannes. But where are my manners? Welcome to the proud city of Oakmont. Alas, now is not its finest hour, though it is its most important.
That's an eye-catching suit.
Thank you, Mr. Reed. A mere flood is no excuse for one to abandon one's style.
I take it you're a big fan of yellow.
Well, I have a particular weakness for it. Call it a personal quirk.
Thank you.
Reaching Oakmont was no easy task. Most maps I found didn't mark it, and this rickety packet ship is the only one that sailed here. Why is that?
Oakmont is no ordinary place. Its unique geographical position and the flood, a recent natural disaster, make it nigh impossible to reach. But you made it, Mr. Reed. I'm sure the tides of fate would have brought you here one way or another.
Tell me about this flood.
It began 6 months ago. Storms raged for several weeks, and the water has risen ever higher without receding. Now the city is cut off from the mainland. I must say I rather like it, despite the inconvenience. Atmosphere, you know?
You said you know someone who can help me with my problem. The visions have been getting worse.
Such vividness of dreams is not uncommon.
数が出るのはな、想定外だな。
By chance, the man I spoke of, Robert Throgmorton, is already at the port. He has dedicated a lot of time and effort to investigate this issue. Alas, I fear he has a more pressing matter on his hands.
How can I find Mr. Throgmorton?
Don't worry, you can't miss him.
高いんだよな。
Throgmorton tends to stand out.
弾がなくてちょっと最初からやってるけど。
I'll need a place to lay my head while I'm here. Any recommendations?
Fear not. I've already feathered a nest for you. There's a room in your name at the Devil's Reef Hotel. Here's the key.
Sounds charming.
Don't judge a book by its cover, Mr. Lee.
What's the best way to get around Oakmont? I'd like to drop my things at the hotel.
Most locals go by foot
Oh.
or by boat. I've got the latter sorted for you. There's one waiting outside the port.
You're too kind, Johannes. Can you steer me towards the Devil's Reef?
Take this map. I've marked the hotel and a few other key places.
Other places?
You're a private eye, yes? Well, I've highlighted the police station, city archive, newspaper. This city is insular. Its ways...
학교가 다행난데나 그래. 얘들아.
No, no.
Oh, before you go.
Don't worry about that.
아까부터 놀았을 거다. 지금. 보자, 알았어. 교땡가 어때?
I don't care about your petty excuses. No one leaves the port until my son is found, and that is fine.
Excuse me. Are you Robert Throgmorton?
I am, but not interested. Go away.
The name's Charles Reed. I'm a private investigator, just arrived from Boston. I was told you might be able to help me.
Private investigator, you say? Well, perhaps we can help each other.
If I may ask, what happened to your son?
Why do you care? What's your angle, outsider?
Well, like I said, finding people is kind of my specialty.
Is it? Well, Albert was part of a deep-sea expedition I commissioned. This useless fool over here says he found Albert washed ashore in a lifeboat. Says he was barely conscious, out of his mind, talking gibberish in some other language. That he even tried to bite him.
And you don't believe him?
Complete malarkey. I know my Albert. I raised him strong and smart, the best of his kind. It couldn't have been him. Albert's disappearance is the work of Innsmouthers. Mark my words.
I take it you're not the biggest fan of these Innsmouthers.
Those fish-faced freaks have overrun this city since the police burned Innsmouth to the ground. But now, those filthy migrants occupy half this damn city. The port, Grimhaven Bay, Salvation Harbor, the Shells. They are everywhere.
So they're just refugees.
Hardly. They've taken work from the local fishermen. They stir and agitate against us, the Throgmorton family. We are the pillar of this community, not to mention that crime rates have skyrocketed. Simply speaking, they are a big stinking pile of trouble.
I've heard you're the man to speak to about visions, outbreaks of hysteria. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it myself.
Another newcomer with another problem. Yes, I know what you speak of.
Can I ask you a few questions?
How dare you? My son Albert is missing, and no one in this Innsmouth-ridden city will do a damn thing. But yes, let's talk about your dreams.
개나시가 여보해나.
Mr. Throgmorton, let me help you.
What makes you think you can do it? Oakmont is not exactly friendly to new arrivals.
Let's just say I tend to see things that others miss. And anyway, what have you got to lose? Sounds like you could use every man you can get.
Vera, you have a point, newcomer.
I need to know more about what happened to Albert.
Dane, did you not listen at all? I already told you everything. After leaving on the expedition, Albert was found on the shore in a lifeboat. This fisherman supposedly brought him to their house, and then left to call me. But when I arrived here, my son was nowhere to be seen.
Anything else?
Clearly, something suspicious occurred inside the house. I suggest you stop dawdling and go see for yourself.
As much as I'm enjoying the weather, Mr. Throgmorton, it's time for me to get started.
Find my son, newcomer, and be quick about it.
これ敵がいるんだよな、中に。あ、いねえか、ここいねえか。
Let's see what you find, newcomer.
Hello? Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, my head. What? Who are you? Are you police? I've already told them everything.
It's okay. I'm Charles Reed, Private Eye. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son.
Oh, okay. What do you want?
I want to know what happened here. Every detail.
I don't remember much. Me, Paul, and Lewis. We were here. This is our house. Barry was outside on his business. Then he came back carrying Throgmorton's son. He was unconscious, barely breathing. Barry left again to call Mr. Robert.
Then what?
We put the guy in Lewis's room. Then he started to make these horrible sounds, and Kay, my head began to burst, and he woke up. And after that, I don't remember a thing, just dreams. Drowned streets, a sleeping giant, a voice that called me.
That sounds familiar. Tell me about yourself.
Name's Will Hammond. I'm a fisherman. We all are. Live here together. Me, poor fella Paul, Barry, and Innsmouther Lewis Flynn. We moved here after the flood. I worked on the railroad, but the rail ain't kicking anymore, so I started fishing. Was that or starve.
Where are all the other guys?
That's Paul there on the floor. Kay be with him. Barry's outside with Mr. Throgmorton. Lucky rascal missed everything. And I have no idea what Lewis or Throgmorton's son got to. Starting to suspect the worst.
Who is this Kay?
Outsiders, show some respect. Kay is our lord, our light, our love.
Sorry, I didn't know. Do you know how Paul died?
I don't know. When I pulled myself together, he was already gone. Kay, have mercy on his soul.
I'll leave you to it.
Please, detective, sir, tell me
そ
the
れはわ
truth.
かんねえよ。
Could it be me? Did I kill Paul? Or Kay? Did I kill him?
I don't know yet, Will. And the police will stop anyway. Choo choo. Ahem.
集中。
Choo choo. Ahem.
なんだいか。
I can barely recognize the face of the poor fella. He was beaten to a pulp.
シンキングシティって YouTube に引っかかんないからこれ来てどうなんだろう。
I'm surprised they don't have someone's portrait here.
ちょっと見たな。
Nehri, Grena, Gebheil, Nugulina.
Seems like Prohibition hasn't affected Oakmont too much. Never seen knives like this before. Masterful work.
セーバーナイフ？
So that's what an Innsmouther looks like. The book is damp and damaged, but clearly well cared for.
見て。
Huh. This dog mat looks better than the owner's bed. There was a fierce fight here, but someone tried to flee.
はい、かっこいいし。わあ。
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
これ最後だな。
What's happening?
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Take this, ape face. Yeah, run!
When Albert Throgmorton woke up, he was not himself. He attacked the fishermen, and his hysteria spread to them. When he got wounded, he fled.
一旦降りまして、それに回収しようか。 2つ。違う。1から。あ、全部か。こっちか。
I've said everything I know.
So the fisherman pursued Albert, even let off a few shots. Even though Albert was wounded, he managed to climb that high. Robert wasn't exaggerating when he said he raised him strong. There's something in the pocket.
紙切れ。開かない。あ、明日行かなきゃダメか。おっと、これ出たー。これ描写大丈夫かな YouTube。
One fatal round through the forehead. That's no accident. This was deliberate.
Ah, damage食らう。一回外出よう。カバーはどこですか？
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm afraid I have bad news.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I found your son in the basement of a nearby warehouse. I'm sorry, but he was murdered. Shot in the head and the body hidden.
No. It cannot be true. No, no, no. I don't believe it. No.
My condolences, Mr. Throgmorton. I had hoped for a happier outcome.
Your condolences will not bring him back. So much of our blood spilled for nothing. So much effort in vain. My poor Albert. Tell me you know who did it. I want to look him in the eyes, make him beg for mercy.
Seems like he was a fisherman by the name of Lewis. He had a gun and pursued Albert after he fled the house.
Lewis it is, then. What do you know of him?
Turns out you were right. He's an Innsmouther.
Nah. Those filthy scum have done it now. When I'm through with them, they will rue the day they dared lay a finger on a Throgmorton. Bring me that dirtbag Lewis. He and I are due a reckoning. Do this for me, and I'll help you with anything you need.
Mr. Throg...
What?
Some unusual...
You've seen a wild beast, Mr. Reed. I'm somewhat... I've commissioned a few studies on them, but
Yeah.
try to avoid them.
いや、あんま使いたくないんだよな。でも使わないと倒せねえし。で、倉庫じゃねえや。墓は見つけなきゃいけないんだよな。
The port is closed by order of Robert Throckmorton. Back off.
Ah, ここだ。墓場あんじゃん。あ、
Oh. Yeah. Hey. Ugh, I'll miss the carpenter's food giveaway with this darn port closed.
Come closer.
You're some kind of, fortune teller?
Yes, my dear, yes. Oh, it's so clear. Your path holds many surprises, newcomer.
Really? Like what?
Not so fast, newcomer. I see many things. For a small fee, I'll tell you some of them.
Alright, how much? $1?
Your money has no value here, newcomer. After the flood, Oakmonters deal in the practical. Booze, smokes, and bullets. And I'll make it easier for you.
Let's hear what my future holds.
Good. The sea will be generous in the
I don't think I fall.
I see
Ay,
old
may dana.
and new. A hard heart against an iron will. And tall pillars circled by the dead.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
What the? Get the... Oh.
The door won't budge.
담배 주고 있다.
Welcome to Under the Keel. What do you want?
I'm looking for a man by the name of Lewis Flynn. Any chance he's here?
Yeah. Even if I knew, I don't rat to newcomers.
Robert Throgmorton hired me to investigate his son's disappearance. I found the note about your debt to Lewis near his cold, dead body. And it looks like Lewis murdered Robert's kid. You want him to come here and ask instead of me?
What?
Don't what me. At best, you're harboring a criminal. At worst, you're an accessory to murder.
What? No. I ain't done nothing.
Tell that to Mr. Throgmorton.
No. No. Throg. Lewis is upstairs. Here's the key.
Smart man. There's your good deed for the day. Bye.
やめろ。
Hey, who are you? What are you
おお、
doing?
忙しい人。
Charles Reed, private investigator. Mr. Throgmorton hired me to find his son Albert, so I think you know why I'm here.
Throg. That darn bartender. It was all that crazy ape's fault. You hear me?
Calm down. I only want to speak, for now. But no, if you reach for your gun, you'll hit the floor faster than you can say poetic justice.
I got nothing to hide.
Start at the beginning. What happened?
We were in our house, me, Paul, and Will. Barry'd gone to the sea. Though I told him that it would only bring bad luck. If he'd listened to me, we'd all still be alive.
Come on, Lewis. Focus.
Right. Well, Barry dragged that damn ape to our house. He was bragging about how much Mr. Throgmorton would give us for saving his son. But that ape, he was out cold. Then woke in an instant and started screaming, attacking us. After that, can't remember a thing.
You shot to kill. No warning, no second chances. You pursued Albert even after he fled. Why?
I can't remember it. When he woke, it was like a bloody mist descended over me. First thing I recall after is that darn warehouse and me covered in blood. I had no idea what happened, though. I suspected it had something to do with that ape. Turns out, I was right.
The things you did to Albert don't look like a bloody rage. A fatal shot to the head, a hidden body. One might start to wonder if it was deliberate.
I don't know what to say. I wasn't myself.
I hear there's a bit of a feud between the Innsmouthers and the Throgmortons. Care to fill me in?
Those apes hated us from the moment we arrived in Oakmont. Our home was destroyed. We just needed a place to stay. The Blackwood Grand family sheltered us, but others were not as hospitable. We needed jobs, food, and medicine. The city denied it all.
And so?
We had to fight for every crumb of bread. And those Throgmortons in their high castle only made our life harder, always conspiring behind our backs, always setting people against us. I'd love to see them suffer like we suffered.
You mentioned a grand family. What do you mean?
So you're a newcomer, huh? Explains a lot.
Yeah, a newcomer with a gun. Answer the question.
Okay. People here are crazy about bloodlines and tradition and reputation. The head honchos of Oakmont are called the Grand Families. There's the Carpenters, who control most of the city's underworld, the Blackwoods, who share kin with Innsmouthers through the Marsh family.
And let me guess, the Throgmortons.
Right, those filthy apes. Now that most of the Blackwoods are gone, there's nobody left to protect us Innsmouthers.
I think I've got all I need.
Please, Mr. Reed, don't tell Throgmorton about me. I know I'm in no position to ask. I didn't want to do whatever it is I did. Honest, have mercy, please. I have a family. Without me, they'll starve.
This is not exactly
Perhaps I can offer something to grease your grinds. I still have a few bullets on me.
It turns out I arrived here unprepared for business. You give me a little something to get started, and my lips are sealed.
I knew you'd understand. Here you are, Mr. Reed.
さあ、どっちかな。どっちだ。ということで、本当はどうかわからんけどな。
I tracked the murderer down, but he was attacked by those things prowling the back alleys. They tore him apart. It was that Innsmouther fisherman, Lewis. He was covered in your son's blood. That may have attracted the beasts.
Are you certain the body is his?
Beyond any doubt. All that's left of him is a heap of flesh and this scrap of cloth. It's from his jacket. Just ask his friends.
Alas, this was my revenge to exact, not some wild beast's. Something must be done about those pests. Still, justice has been served. This isn't closure, but at least I know now the story. Thank you.
Mr. Throgmorton, I hate to press you, but do you think you could help me now?
Yes, you've earned it. Okay, to think a newcomer barely off the boat solves a crime the police couldn't, but I digress. Remind me, what brought you to Oakmont?
I think I'm going mad, Mr. Throgmorton. I see things, visions, and I needed to stop. I was drawn here, or guided, or I don't know. But I believe the source of this madness is here, in Oakmont.
You're not wrong, Mr. Reed. An inexplicable hysteria spread through Oakmont after the flood. I funded an expedition to explore recent geological activity that may be responsible.
A geological expedition? I'm not sure I follow.
I have reason to believe the flood and this madness have the same source. As above, so below. So I sent men to find out.
You mentioned the flood. You think it's more than just a natural disaster?
You weren't here, Mr. Reed. What happened defied scientific explanation.
Do these cases of hysteria involve shared visions as well?
Since the flood, many Oakmonters have had similar nightmares. Indeed, Professor Doe, the expedition leader, complained of them herself.
Waterlogged ruins with unnatural architecture. A sleeping giant, drowned streets, and a voice calling from the depths.
Her words exactly. She proposed the expedition, desperately wanting to find the cause.
Has your expedition found anything?
I do not know. Albert was part of it. His passing cannot be coincidence. Why was he alone at the port? And where are the others?
Do you think your son was killed because the expedition uncovered something?
Is it so hard to believe? I had no news for a week, then Albert, the only one I could trust, comes ashore and is killed.
It does sound suspicious.
Mr. Reed, I want you to find out what's going on. I expect you're as interested in the expedition's results as I am.
If I'm going to look into this, I'll need to know more. Where should I start?
I'll give you the address of the expedition's headquarters and a key.
That's all you can tell me?
Let me be clear.
そうね。ちょいちょい失礼なんだよな。
Do not speak to me like that again.
I'm sorry, Mr. Throckmorton. I just meant the more I know, the better.
I am a busy man. I funded the research, but left all preparations to Professor Doe and Albert. When you've finished, come see me at the Throgmorton family manor. It's in Old Grove. Here, I'll show you.
What about my expenses?
They will be reimbursed after you complete your task. And of course, you've earned some compensation for your work here at the port. I'll also include a fair advance in bullets.
Bullets?
The dollar lost its use here,
さっき
Mr.
話聞い
Reed.
たでしょ、リード。
After the flood, Oakmont returned to bartering. Bullets mean more than bills.
おリボルバー。Facebook。調査本部はカバーサイド北部のアッシャーガイドと自分で打ってなきゃいけないというカバーサイドと北部のアッシャーガイド北部のアッシャー街道あれここだアッシャー街道とヒューバード大通りここかまあこれあるからいいかで中入ろうあれいけねいけないのかいけないのかあれここからか図が図が危ねえそういえば水の YouTube ダメじゃなかったっけそういえば。
Crew of the Cyclops. Semper Fortis brothers. Never again, they say.
異様だな。まあ分かったけど、謎の悪夢。
Makes this place feel more like home. I miss Boston. The door won't budge.
探索するのいいんだけど敵がね厄介なんだよな。
Finally, you're awake. Gotta tell you, though, mister, you want to stay on here, you stop making all that noise.
Noise? What noise are you talking about?
I expect my guests to be respectable. Moans, chanting, all that kind of thing. It stops, right?
You got any proof it was me? It could have been one of my neighbors. I slept like a rock. I didn't hear a thing.
That's exactly what a newcomer would say. Your neighbors are respectable.
なんだそりゃ。
Such a thing. Don't think your yellow-clad patron means you get away with everything.
You're not exactly friendly with your guests. Are they the ones keeping you in business?
All these newcomers after the flood, they're stark raving mad.
What do you mean?
You can't imagine the crazy notes and books I find after they move out. Only thing they're good for is lighting the kitchen stove.
Can I have a look?
I knew it. I tell you, no one sane would be interested. And you want to take a look? Well, fine, fine. Take what you wish.
あ、めっちゃ持ってった。
I'm watching you, newcomer.
サブクエもあんだけどね。サブクエもえぐりわかんないこれ。あ、違う違う違う。これを違う。これをして。全部サブクエなんだよな。まあ普通にストーリーやるのが一番いいんだけどね。じゃあ行こうか。前にファストトラベル。逆ですな。どこだっけ。ここのはずなんだよな、確か。ここ新聞社か。
The old papers are by the door. Take them and stop bothering me already.
I think you've got me confused with someone else.
Aren't you a newcomer?
Yeah, I guess I am a newcomer. Charles Reed, private investigator. And I also need your old newspapers, the archive, to be exact.
Ah, so you're the one who cracked the Albert Throgmorton murder case. Nice work. I'm Helen Bland. Say, can you do me a favor? Give me an exclusive interview. You won't regret it. The Oakmont Chronicle is the best newspaper for miles around.
All right, I'll be sure to make some time for you, Miss Bland. Do you still want that interview?
今やんの
Oh, absolutely. We know that you're the
I'm a private eye in Boston. The situation in the port was a...
Well, Detective Reed, I think you'll find our city has a lot of secrets, but people may not like you poking your nose in. Maybe we'll have the chance to work together later. Who knows? And now the big question. Why are you here? What brought you to Oakmont?
Currently, I'm tracking down the source of the psychic phenomenon that's been causing madness and visions all across the country.
Ah, yes. It affected people here, but we were much more concerned with the flood. Though Robert Throgmorton sent an expedition.
Yeah, and then hired me to find it. Ironic, don't you think?
I think that's enough for now. Can't give the readers too much all at once. Thank you for your interview, Mr. Reed.
My pleasure. Maybe I'll do something interesting enough to make the papers again. You never know.
いや、要はここじゃねえんだよな。警察行かなきゃ。できればワープスポット欲しいな。ここかな？あ、ここだ。
Hello, officer.
Well, look who finally decided to show up. If it ain't Charles Reed, the genius that cracked the case of Albert Throgmorton. Captain Caleb Lyons at your service. What can we simpletons do to assist you, Mr. Holmes?
You and I have a problem, officer.
No, no. Aside from making everyone in the Oakmont Police Department look like idiots, let me be frank, newcomer. You ain't
まあそう言われてもしょうがないよな。
You slip up, don't cross a T or dot an I, and I'll treat you like every other criminal here.
Okay. Well, can I use the police archive in the meantime?
You can, but only because of Mr. Throgmorton's patronage. And heed me well, you're on mighty thin ice, and I'll be under it when it breaks. Don't waste my time, newcomer.
えーっとこれだね。まず証拠を選ぶ。これだね。証拠はこれで、調査代だから証拠がな。 こでよかったんだっけそもそも。あれ、ここ調査本部じゃないの？うん、ここだよな。まあ出ないよな。
Don't waste my time, newcomer.
あれ、まだここ調査本部じゃないの？ここ警察でしょ？ここじゃねえのか？もしかしてこっち？警察署だよね、あそこは。ここかな？あ、ここだ。
Guess I don't need the key. Someone smashed it beyond repair.
おっと。ちょっと精神回復させて。で、こういうところにいるんだよね。
Guess this helmet's beyond repair.
なんかないかな。あ、 なんで？お前結局襲ってくるんかい？
Are a few damp papers all that's left of the expedition?
おお、おいおいおいおい。痛い痛い。お前結局襲ってくるんかよ。なんやねんもう。
Grab the papers, smash the rest.
I fatah me fe I regach I dagon.
集めて封印して、まあここまではね。
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
あれ？あと1個あるな。
We don't have time to pick it. Stand back.
Time to figure this out.
We don't have time to pick it. Stand.
Grab the papers, smash the rest.
I fatah me fe.
Burn it all. Make sure you get the adverts.
Several men broke into the expedition headquarters. What they didn't smash, they burned. The archives, even the newspapers.
あ、別人かなもしかして。じゃあ新聞社のどこ行こうか。あれファーストトラベルできない？あ、そっか。直接行かないとダメなんだ。オークムントじゃなくて最近の貨物だからあと1個なんだっけな。 これじゃないか。時事かな。これじゃないか。取材か。違うか。研究。あ、広告か。なるほどね。どこ？オークムント港第三連橋にいる。オークムント港がわかんねえんだよな。
Stay safe.
あ、グリムヘイブン港のオークムントマン。グリムヘイブン港がそもそもわかんねえんだけど。あ、こっちか。なんだ。ここだよな。あー、通り行かなきゃなんねえか。 解放してないと途端に遠くなるんだな。あれ？地上じゃないんかい。戻ってるし、もう。あれ、ここってやばい場所じゃなかったっけ？ああ。いや、カメラ構えただけじゃん。Just...
The door won't budge.
.誰かいませんか？ 誰もいない。
The door won't budge.
場所としてはここで合ってんだ。
The door won't budge.
あ、入ってる。うん。どっから入れかねえかな。入れねえかな。お、びっくりした。いや、入れないか。え？あー、死ぬかこれ。あー、やめて。やめて。やめて。めっちゃまとめついてる。やべえだこれ。
The door won't budge. The door won't budge.
あれ？なんかフラグされなきゃダメだった？壊せない。銃じゃないもんな。
budge.
わかんない。どっから入るんだろう。 鍵かなんか必要なのかな。
The door won't budge.
ダメですね。中に入れてくれ。鍵もらうんだっけ。あ、第三占領。第三占領。もうバカ。Huh?
Thank Kay. At last. Hey, help. Help.
What's going on?
Sea creatures. Swarmed over the piers. I hid here, but these walls won't stand up to them. Please help me.
What creatures? What are you talking about?
Wild beasts. They came to feast on the blood. They're eating the dead.
I'm looking for Captain Sanders. Is he here in the port? Did the creatures get him?
I saw Sanders. Help me. I'll tell you what I know.
ふわっておくのやめてくれる。
The mayor's cursed these days.
Oh, ごめん、話聞いてなかった。
The mayor's cursed these days.
いやー、めんどくせえな。あ、外したい。はい、あ、落ちた。お、解決しちゃったよ。も
う。I've dealt with the creatures. Now, tell me about Sanders.
He got back several hours ago. Those things, they came because of him.
What happened on the Titania?
It was horrible. A damn massacre. I heard the shots. I went out. I saw the whole thing. Sailors bleeding, dying. Blood hit the water, and then, well, then the wild beasts came to feast.
This Sanders, what kind of man is he?
Newcomer. He seemed like a decent guy. Okay, Captain. Treated his
う、
crew.
今4時だから5時までやるか。
I gotta find Sanders. Where is he?
Saw him get away. Just after the shooting. Ran for the pier. Didn't see where he went after that.
Did you see anyone else from the expedition?
No. Only Sanders. I'd bet my life no one else made it back.
mayor's curse.
えーっとどこ行けばいいんだどこ行けばいいんだ
The mayor's curse these days. The mayor's curse these days.
ごめん、話聞いてなかった。
The mayor's curse these days.
なんかシートあった？
The mayor's curse these days.
どこ行けばいいんだ？
The door won't budge.
タコ。足らない。港から逃げてる。どっかにいるのか。どこ行ったんだろう。追えるかな。追えねえか。
The mayor's curse these
いや、
days.
分かったよ。呪われてんのは。これに探索すればなんかあっからな。なんだなんかこんなBGM が流れたけど。ここ調べればいいのか。
The monsters sure didn't leave behind much. Gotta be out of your head to do this to a
おっ
man.
とっとっと。おーっと、痛い。はい、深呼吸して、主人公。深呼吸して。よし、オッケー。
Cape Cod. There were marks here, but they've been erased.
おーっと、それっぽい人
This
形。
would be a weird artifact in any collection.
タイタニア号。 まだ揃わないか資料。
They were in high
さっかん
spirits.
な。
Plenty of them were drinking.
まだ揃わないか、さっきの証拠。
They were in high spirits. And plenty of them were drinking. Gotta be out of your head to do this to a man.
情けだな。中調べたしな。
The mayor's cursed these days.
あれまだ足らないか。でも何も流れんもん。あ。
Shot dead. Point blank.
おっとまだ揃わないのこれか。
They emptied every chamber. Still stinks of burnt powder.
尽くした後か。来たー。
To the mayor with you! Die! Die!
で
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed rum?
酒飲んで酔っ払って。
You can't take me! Eat this!
Let's get a handle on what actually happened here.
No more drink. All we've seen. And you telling me we ain't allowed...
To the mayor with you! Die! You can't take me! Eat this!
For whatever reason, the crew went berserk. Only one man got away.
¿Vale?これとこれか OK。 あら、この2つだけじゃできねえか。サンダースを探すのか。ってことは医療機関を求めたってことは病院だね。あれどっちだ医療機関だからこっちか。 ここはやべえんだよな。抜けれるかな。OK。突破。銃持ってと同じ扱いなんだこれ多分ね。
By sending terrors unnamed creeping from the damn newcomers. Atone for your deeds. Before it's too late.
これそうだな。ちょっと今処理落ちがやばかった。
Patient or visitor? Hold on, hold on. Let Dr. Grant guess.
Visitor. Though you are a bit pale, you don't have a headache, do you?
はい、ちょっと。
Nothing to write home about.
Ah, a chronic headache sufferer. Fascinating. By coincidence, I was studying helminths and their role in illness before the flood. Did you know that all of us are infected by helminths? Your headaches could indicate that they have infested your brain.
That's news to me, Doc. Sounds serious.
May I suggest you become a subject in my experimental medical program?
I think...
Oh, what a pity.
I'm looking for a man. Just...
I've got a trauma unit full...
Okay.
Sir, I really don't have time for...
It looks like...
Well, yes, actually. But it may result...
I'm prepared to face men.
Ah, I can see it in your eyes. Well, I have taken... One concerns the multi...
タワン生物やべえ。オートスレッツやべえ。
What have you found out?
One of my patients saw them in his nightmares.
Those hideous...
Jim Bells, a patient of mine, was admitted to hospital with symptoms resembling cholera. Here's the address. Find out...
後で行くよ。で、ここも調査なんだよな。治療かな。あ、これか。手術したの？いやー、えぐいな。除雪ビロ、安静。 場所分かった。ここにいるってことかな。見て。
What happened to you, mister?
Pete.
Explosion. Fishing with dynamite. Hurts talking.
Fishing with dynamite, huh? You sure it wasn't from a fight in port? Maybe on a ship?
I'm sure. Oh, please.
Bye.
응, 違うね。
Yeesh. What happened to your shoulder?
Some psycho.
飲み屋か。
Bar brawl. Gun case.
I'm just looking for someone.
Captain Sanders. Never heard of him.
お、
I'm
女性を見ろ。
You should probably look somewhere else.
That's funny. The records say you were admitted for an axe wound, just like a certain Captain Sanders got in the port massacre. Spill.
Oh, to the depths with it. Who sent you?
I'm asking the questions here, pal.
Yeah, well, first tell me who you are.
Charles Reed, Private Eye. Throgmorton wants to know what happened to his lost expedition.
So Throgmorton came looking at last. I knew someone like you would find me sooner or later.
I think it'd be an understatement to say your expedition met with disaster.
There are things that should never be found, Mr. Reed. I only wish I'd known that then. They'd still be alive. The scientists, my crew. None of them deserved what happened to them.
Did you know Albert Throgmorton made it to shore?
Albert survived? Is he here?
No. He didn't make it. He's dead as the rest. Murdered in the port. But what about the others?
I don't know. My crew left them down there, underwater. I ordered a rescue attempt, but they threatened mutiny.
Tell me what happened on the last dive.
We had a system. The divers go down, then come up at a prearranged time. Not one surfaced that day. In the end, I sent a team to check. They returned with Albert, but all were half mad with fear.
What were you looking for underwater?
The cause of all this. The stones, the flood, the monsters. The scientists found cracks on the seabed. They were working on some theory of how it connected to the madness.
The ocean floor splits open and that means hysteria on land. Really?
We spent days over the cracks. We heard things. Saw things looking back at us.
I was on the Titania before I came here. It seems you were all hitting the bottle pretty hard. Why?
To stop them from rioting. To save them from despair. After those dives, anyone would turn to drink.
So, the diving did a number on your crew. What happened in the port?
I don't know. They were calm until we docked, and then they lost it. and many good men lost their lives.
You've got a good reason for leaving the expedition to die, right?
You weren't there. Day after day on that ship, it was a horror, Mr. Reed. We saw things. Not one of us dared sleep. It was an expedition into cursed waters, mark my words.
Could you take me out to where the last dive took place?
No. You can't follow them, Mr. Reed. It's suicide. Worse than suicide.
I'm a Navy diver, Captain. And with all due respect, I'm not afraid of boogeymen.
I don't care. I'm not taking you there. And besides, you'll never follow them without proper...
まあ、そりゃそうだな。
You know where I can get a good diving suit?
My men got theirs from a local factory. If you're that bullheaded, I'll write down the address.
Where's the logbook from the Titania?
Well, I had it with me, but I was all out of it by the time I got here. I remember the surgery ward. When I came round, my things were gone.
外科病連。じゃあ外科病連を探せばあるかな。で、どこ外科病連って。地下倉庫。一番上？ここ3階だよな。
Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.
さあ、
Take the patient's things and throw them in storage.
ごめん、もう一回。
Take the patient's things and
韓国か。
throw them in storage.
視界がグワングワン。韓国上かな
？Be safe. We don't have any free beds left.
やっぱ倉庫か。あった。一回アンチから。 あれさっきマーカーしてくれたんじゃないのか。いや、行く場所はあそこでいいんだけど。服ないと。あった。グリムヘイブン湾細部。レディコフィン通り。あった。レディコフィン大通りとディープシェア。スミス。遠いな。
No photograph. You hear me? Stop it.
ああ、ここ、通り抜けできるか。右抜けたいんだよな。うわあ。逃げて。セーフ。よしよし。
Fresh fish. Just caught, mister.
あー、間違えたー。危ない。壊れるとこだった。あ、待って。助けて。ちょっと、乗り上げた。いけ、よしよし。あそこなんだけど、ここ敵いたような気がすんだよな。ほら、音聞こえるもん。当たってない。オッケー。弾なくなった。まだいるんだよな。どうすかな。弾はあった方がいいんだよな。限界も作るか。
This wouldn't even hold air for a minute.
これ確か下だったっけ？水が抜かないとダメか。上だっけ？I'm
not trusting my life to a rusty suit.
お、どこにしまったんでしょうね。逆だな。あ、もう5時か。やめようかな。やめよう。つかエルデンリングもやりたいから。ちょっと待って。
Fresh fish. Just caught, mister.
よし。終わり。またいつか。よし。誰も見てねえしな。